In October of 2002, I auditioned for a few things in Tulsa here. I auditioned for a couple movies, a comedy troupe, improv troupe called Ad Libs. They were out in Dallas. They were coming here to do some stuff, and I auditioned for the Improv Experiment. I didn't get called back to any of those auditions. None of them. And then in November of 2002, the Improv Experiment opened up. And I decided to go to the opening show because the owner, Johnny Bouchard, said, hey, you know, come out, and if you came to the audition, you can get free tickets to the opening weekend. So I decided, you know, I'm going to do that. I'm going to take my wife and some friends. We're going to go do that because, you know, I really enjoy improv, and I thought that would be cool. So that was when I had started to really get back into theater and stuff since high school. I hadn't gone and done anything since I was 19, I guess, since I got married. So that was 6 or so years. And so I went to the opening weekend. All 4 of us sat there and enjoyed the show. Pretty funny people, but I kept in my mind thinking, I can do this. I'm just as good as they are. I can do this. I don't know why I didn't get picked. I know that I could, if not be as good as them, better. And so I was sitting there, and I enjoyed the show, and we got done. I said, you know, thank you to all the performers, and I definitely was going to be back. I said, you know, this is awesome. I really enjoyed that. So as we're leaving, the owner, Mr. Bouchard, caught me at the door, and he said, hey, we lost your information. When you auditioned, we lost your information, and we are so glad that you came tonight because we wanted to ask you to join the troupe. I was shocked, of course, and I said, yeah, definitely, I'll do this. I'll do that. And so the next week I came to practice, and it was a little bit odd because everybody had been working together for about a month, so I was kind of the odd man out. But slowly I, worked myself into the troupe and became a very integral part of the troupe. And later I became co-owner of the Improv Experiment, and we were there for 3 years and doing shows every Friday and Saturday, 2 shows a night, and it was one of the best experiences of my life. And I never, ever would be where I am today. I would not be with C. Dick Run, which are a lot of the Improv Experiment guys. I would not be moving to New York. I wouldn't have started doing stand-up. I would not have done improv to the extent that I did. I would not have been able to express myself like I did. And I was able to do that because I didn't give up. I went to that show that night just because I wanted to see it. I had no idea what was going to happen. But I knew that I needed to go see exactly what was going on so that I could go audition the next time they had auditions, because I was going to try again because I enjoyed it and I thought it was cool. And I didn't let it get me down because it was a pretty bad experience, those 4 or 5 auditions right there in a row that they didn't even seem like they wanted me to have anything to do with it. But I tried to work today. I went to UPS, and he sent me home because he said that he didn't have all my paperwork filled out and I couldn't drive today. So he said next week for sure. But he had my number, but he said he tried to call and I didn't have it on my phone. Okay, whatever. So I want to say to you today, January 27th, 2007, 3 years from now, 3 years, 2010, I'm going to have the fame, I'm going to have the money that I want, I'm going to have everything that I want. Because I'm not going to let anything stand in my way. I'm sick of it. I'm not living life like this. I'm not going to live my life based on what everybody wants me to live it like. I was thoroughly inspired by a guy that I work with in the mornings. His name is Nate. That's all I'm going to say. His name is Nate. He's a really good friend of mine. He's become a really good friend. He is, I guess he's around my age. He has 4 kids. He went back to school a few years ago to get his degree because he wanted his family to be better off. He worked 2 jobs and went to school, all to support his family because he didn't want anybody else to dictate how his life was going to go. He's a graphic designer, and he graduates in a few months, and he is going to be huge. He's an awesome dude, and he has inspired me. He's inspired me to do a lot of things. And if I see that if he can do it, then anybody can. All you have to do is put your mind to it. So I challenge you. My challenge to you, anybody watching this, is 3 years. You have 3 years. Stop whatever it is that's stopping you. Go back to school if you want to go back to school, no matter how old you are. Get that job that you want. Get that promotion that you want. Do the extra effort to get there. Do what you have to do. Anything it takes. That career you always wanted, do it. What's standing in your way? Take your family. I'm leaving. There's nothing that I'm going to in New York. We're leaving everything we know. Our support system is gone. Our whole family is here. It's scary, but you have to do it. Without risk, there is no reward. So I challenge you, 3 years. Do it. So take those necessary steps today. Go into work on a Saturday. Tell him you want to do a little extra work. Get his attention. Show the boss you want to get his attention. You want that extra bit of work. Call the school. Maybe you're not that far away from your degree. Call them. See how far you get your transcripts. Or if you've never gone to school, if you're 60 years old, so what? Go back to school. Get that degree you never got. How good would you feel inside if you could go and say to your kids, look what I did. You can do it too. You can do anything you want. Maybe your wife's been working hard all week with the kids. Tell you take the day off. I want to take the kids. I want you to relax. Or vice versa. Maybe your husband's working 12-hour shifts because he's trying to support the family. Tell him, hey, I want to do something nice for you. Make your life better. Stand up and make it better because you can. The only thing that stands in our way of making our lives better is ourselves. It's one step at a time. Let's do it. I'm not going to live my life humdrum. I'm not going to live it that way. I'm going to be great. I'm going to be huge. And I don't mean like showbiz. I mean my life. I want my kids to look at me and say, Dad, I'm proud of what you did. You tried. And that's all it is. That's all it is. Because if you put forth that, everyone around you will see it. And you'll make the world a better place. Thanks for watching.